Plenty of quality there today at Rosehill Gardens. Now, let's welcome back Terry Bailey.
As Rod joins us again, we're all set for the first. We're Dancing stood in the gate well, and they're ready. Stand by for a start. Star Billing moving. The gates are back. We're Dancing a shade slow to go, and Room for a Slew drop back after the start. Georgie Boy, Zanetta away quickly and showing speed as Star Billing and Miss Danehill in the leading group. 2 lengths to Poking Around, being passed by We're Dancing, Star, Marks, Conference and Simmer. And Room for a Slew dropped out to the tail of the field. 1,200 metres out. Georgie Boy's 4 wide trying to cross. On the inside, Star Billing booting through and Zanetta maintaining a spot in the centre. Miss Danehill steadies up to be 4th. 1 away, We're Dancing, Poking Around on a limb from Star Marks the centre. 2 lengths to the grey Simmer, Conference the Kiwi back second last, and 2 lengths Room for a Slew. Coming down the side, 800 metres out. The leaders have put on the brakes. Star Billing is just in front of Georgie Boy. Zanetta moved to 3rd. She's out 3 wide as Miss Danehill went through in the centre. We're Dancing on the fence. 1 away, Poking Around the 3-year-old from Star Marks, Conference on the rail. Simmer second last, 6 off the lead, and still Room for a Slew trails as they come to the bend. 5:50 to go. Star Billing, Georgie Boy in front. Zanetta launching a run 3 wide. Coming around those 4 deep, Poking Around. Miss Danehill back on the inside. We're Dancing the fence, and they were followed by Conference and Simmer to the outside. Georgie Boy in front, hands and heels, leads the way from Zanetta. Here's Poking Around, letting leash with a run. Room for a Slew's down the centre, and Simmer's coming with him out wide. Room for a Slew and Simmer have raced to the front at the 100 metres from We're Dancing. Room for a Slew and Simmer the inside, and Room for a Slew. Room for a Slew driving at Simmer, nothing in it. If I had to have a go, Simmer a nose. Simmer a nose, Room for a Slew, but it's deadly tight. 3rd is We're Dancing from Poking Around and Conference. Then Georgie Boy, Miss Danehill, Zanetta. Well back in the field, Star Billing and Star Marks last in. Very tight. Judge goes for the photo. They've come with big runs wide out, Simmer, and Room for a Slew. Simmer, Larry Cassidy, and Room for a Slew on the outside. And the rider, Lynn Beasley. Here's our finish links about to show up. And first, the freeze frame. And it looks to be Simmer. 5, Simmer is first. Simmer has just won for Larry Cassidy and John Hawkes from Room for a Slew, number 7. Ridden by Lynn Beasley, running a terrific race at his first run back from a spell. And 3rd prize to number 9, We're Dancing. And the win has come by an absolute breath. Look at that finish length. I've just got it here on track. An absolute eyebrow. Has won by a nostril, Simmer. Got the stride in. He and Room for a Slew was second last and last coming around the bend. They started their runs together and they've come home at a great rate of knots. The overall time is 1:30.06.
Yeah, stirring finish to the first, but the favourite back is happy as Simmer got the money from Room for a Slew and We're Dancing. And Room for a Slew would have been a complete knockout for punters had it won, because it's paid $5.40 the place. Now, similarly, favourite backers were happy. At Devonport, again nearly a knockout, because Aramea ran off the track but won $1.40, $1.60. Now, number 5, Mier Flop.
Count Virgo set near the outside. Abel Kane has the outside stall. Is ready, and they're set to go now. Track good, rail out 8. All clear through. Racing now. And down on the inside, Bond Zero a little slow to move. Queen began very fast, and so did Lust No More and Super Elegant when they settle down. And just behind those horses then is Ghetto, and Guy Gadoro settles about 3rd or 4th last. At the 800 metres, Queen in the centre, Super Elegant out wide. The leaders from Bond Zero on the rails a length away, and then Lust No More. A length further back, 5th is Ghetto and the All Cerise. Abel Kane wider out, and Night Rider the fence, followed by Firehouse. Settling 2nd last is Count Virgo, and a length away is Guy Gadoro. As they neared the corner, Queen about a half, Super Elegant. A length and a half, Lust No More. Bond Zero 4th, the rail from Abel Kane, and then Ghetto as they corner. Night Rider in behind them when they swing the corner, and Guy Gadoro still last. Queen in front, Super Elegant after it. Immediately they swing for home. Then Lust No More and Bond Zero down on the inside, battling along clear of Ghetto and Abel Kane. At the 200, Queen skipped away, 2 to 3 lengths in front. Super Elegant can't go on. Bond Zero and Lust No More fight out the minors, but the speedy Queen is too fast, and Queen goes on to win it by 3 lengths to Bond Zero. A good debut. Lust No More 3rd, and then Night Rider followed by Count Virgo, Guy Gadoro. Back behind her, Super Elegant knocked right up in the straight. Abel Kane and Ghetto well back on the fence, and Firehouse dropped out to finish last. Queen the winner, number 10, ridden by Craig Williams. For Lee Friedman, the filly jumped to the lead, kicked right away from them, turning into the straight, and was never going to be beaten. 3 times she's been listed placed, and she's broken back to the winner's stall here after winning at Coolmore 2 starts ago.
Pretty tidy win there to Queen as you...
Now the line cleared. And the gates open. They've jumped in a good line. Reenact went back after the start. Away very quickly Pimbledon, and Great Crusader, the Queenslander, came out running. Continuum showing speed. Wagner and Umbradella Sierra wide out going forward. Happy Morning not far away. Shruti on the fence from Tree Lopper. Phoenix Park 4th last. Then Lord Dane, Hunter House and 2 lengths Reenact coming off the back. And Pimbledon's had to do a powerhouse of work, but he's reached the front now from Umbradella Sierra. On the inside, 3rd, Great Crusader. Wagner moving up wide in the centre. Continuum, back the fence, Shruti. Happy Morning going forward. Then came Tree Lopper, Phoenix Park, Hunter House, Lord Dane and Reenact. On the bend in the Todman Slipper Trail, and it's Pimbledon in front. Umbradella Sierra is worrying the daylights out of the favourite. 3/4 away, Great Crusader, Continuum. Cassidy's riding confidently on Pimbledon. He's given him a dig in the ribs at the 300 now, and the big horse strode clear. Great Crusader's running a great race. He's out after Pimbledon. Great Crusader on the outside's moved up, and he's hit the front at the 150 from Pimbledon. Phoenix Park running on with Lord Dane, but it's all Great Crusader. The Queenslander's coming right on with the job, and he's killing them. Great Crusader won it very tight, the Miners. Pimbledon, Lord Dane, who's run right off the track at the post, and Phoenix Park up there in the photo. Then Umbradella Sierra, Happy Morning, Hunter House. They were followed by Shruti, Tree Lopper, Wagner well back and Continuum. And Reenact was run right off the track by Lord Dane, who just veered out sharply at the winning post. And lucky there wasn't a major incident. Great Crusader, ridden by Michael Carl, by Al Maeskay, who was narrowly beaten in this race, I think, by Octagonal. And he's avenged his dad's loss in this race, the Todman Slipper Trail, with a great win. Perched up behind the speed, came out after Pimbledon. Cassidy said go at the 300, and Pimbledon shook off the horse on the outside. But then Great Crusader really hitting top gear, and he's come from nowhere. And at $30.90 has jumped right into contention for the Golden Slipper. It just shows from week to week the change in the Golden Slipper format. Now Lord Dane's got 2nd. Phoenix Park has finished in 3rd. So the numbers are 2, 4, 6, and Pimbledon finishing in 4th position. He won't be winning the Slipper, Pimbledon.
Yeah, that's a shame. He just did show so much promise, Pimbledon, but obviously he's not quite right. He's a very big horse, very big-framed horse. Might be feeling something. But anyway...
3 off. He began well onto the name next to the Mookster and Checkmore, who got away very fast. Show No Emotion flew the coop too, and he's up there as well. At the 800, Checkmore led the Mookster, Show No Emotion. 2 lengths back, Glamouremus driving up on the inside of Sir Moolah. And they were being followed down the side of the course by Honour the Name out 3 wide there, and about 6 or 7 lengths Gallopini. 500 to go now, and the Mookster got up on the inside to lead Checkmore. Show No Emotion hanging out there 3 wide. 2 lengths away is Honour the Name, who'll have to come 4 deep around Samula. And on the rails, Glamouremus with a gap to Gallopini. The Mookster around the bend led Checkmore. Show No Emotion, Honour the Name wider out, and then Glamouremus and Sir Moolah. The Mookster down to the 200, led from Checkmore. Show No Emotion feels the pinch, and then Honour the Name and Glamouremus with Gallopini storming down the outside. The Mookster in front. Gallopini from last is getting up to 2nd. The Mookster on the rails in front of Gallopini. Here's the line, and the Mookster held on and beat Gallopini. Photo 3rd, either Honour the Name on the outside or Checkmore, clear of Glamouremus, Sir Moolah, and back to the tail end, Show No Emotion in 56.81. Stand by for numbers here. Should go to the Mookster. Gallopini, coming from a long last in the race, has stormed home down the outside. He's just missed. The Mookster has taken out the prize ridden by Brendan Fennick. I think that's Brendan's just 2nd Metropolitan win, and Robbie Lang backing this horse up after winning on Wednesday in Class 6 company. Knew what he was doing. Gallopini 2nd. Photo finished for 3rd place, 6-3 and a photo. This horse has to have dry tracks. It's the reason they're making hay while the sun shines with him, for fear of the winter coming in a little early and making the track soft. He's hopeless if he gets a spit of water on the track, so he's decided to keep him going and keep racing him as often as possible while the tracks remain firm. And he's finally cracked it for a Metropolitan Saturday success.
Heated with number 7. And you work it out for yourself. It's got a snip on its nose, but gee, I suppose. Well, they're both short of that line that's drawn. I don't know. Bit distorted, the blaze on the name's nose. I hope you haven't thrown away. Well, it's really only affecting trifectas because there was no third dividend. But there you have it. I'd say obviously the connections of Checkmore have complained and called for the stewards to re-examine the print, and the judge now has been put in the position of amending the placings. So it's 6-3 in a dead heat for third, 5.
Crown Glory behind the leading group with French Braids around Midler. 2 lengths Money Begets Money, She's a Pretender and Symphonic Lady, the Victorian filly last and being run off her legs. 800 metres to go, Malouse led the way, Belle de Jour second, Noble on a Limb moving up 3 wide, Fate Gallant the back of the speed. Operetta's 5th the centre, then French Braids 3 wide but with cover. Crown Glory inside of her, middle of the fence, 1 away, She's a Pretender, Money Begets Money and Symphonic Lady. Coming to the bend, 450 out of Malouse in front of Belle de Jour. Noble coming up 3 wide, Fate Gallant urgently needing a run, then Operettas and French Braids wobbling around the bend to the outside, and Crown Glory a further length away. Belle de Jour given full ball by Lynn Beasley, had swept to the front, and it's raced to the lead now from Malouse, but here's Fate Gallant getting into the clear running on. Belle de Jour in front, Fate Gallant on the outsides, picking it up with every stride at the 100. Fate Gallant drew alongside Belle de Jour, who's fighting doggedly. Belle de Jour in front of Fate Gallant, and she fights on too well. Belle de Jour's beaten Fate Gallant, Photo third, Malouse or Crown Glory from Operettas and Symphonic Lady. They were followed by French Braids. Well back was Midler, Money Begets Money, Noble, and last of all, She's a Pretender. Belle de Jour, number 3, ridden by Lynn Beasley. Fate Gallant looked a huge danger with 100 metres to go, but Belle de Jour is a gutsy little filly, and she's found plenty. Fate Gallant couldn't pick her up. Chris Munce had ridden Belle de Jour in the past. Lynn Beasley rode her last time out when Chris jumped aboard Fate Gallant for Jamie Nilsson and his good buddy Eric Cowell. And she's gone down to Belle de Jour, who will now rocket right up into the top calculations for the Golden Slipper. She had to do a bit of work in the early stages from her rally. Her time not nearly as good as the Colts at 1:10.6, home in 34.90. But she's been too good for Fate Gallant. Third prize going to Malouse, number 10, who's run a heck of a race. Crown Glory was left flat-footed when they turned the bend. She was being niggled at after being in a good spot. French Braids, although wide most of the way, was given every chance, really. She didn't fire a shot. She's finished in 6th position. So again, the puzzle unfolds. Belle de Jour certainly not a surprise, but the 2 favourites on that run, French Braids and Crown Glory, French Braids in particular, probably just a little bit disappointing, as we head trackside.
Yep, that's the Riesling Slipper trial over. French Braids, that was Colin Tidy's lay of the day. It's got beaten. I think Fate's Gallant, though, might have been considered a bit unlucky. Now carries 56.5, $5.50. Flirty Bird, $6.50. Our Erin, $6.70. And Oregon Star, $10. And Greg Miles, he likes number 6, Hooker, to beat Blue Paris and Sly Sandra. They're making a pretty good line. The age of computers has struck again. We've got a problem getting totes through from Eagle Farm, the Queensland totes, so doing the best to correct that. They're marvellous things, computers, when they work. They say so am I. 3, 8 and 4 are the placings at Newcastle. Springwood got third, and it's going to pay $3.80. Amended placings at Caulfield, and the computer's broken down from Eagle Farm, and Gold Coast is coming up in 5 minutes. Mr Diggs, Scotty Galloway, is the favourite for race 3 due in 5 minutes. Steve Hawkins likes Mr Digg to beat Geiger Girl and Major Quest. Now back at Caulfield to Greg Miles.
All set, Blue Paris the inside. Away. She won the jump, Blue Paris on the inside. Flirty Bird and Sly Sandra got away nicely. Princess Natalie going forward early. As they settle down, Blue Paris led Sly Sandra, Princess Natalie, who's outside Flirty Bird, then a length to Hooker. Our Erin next, followed then by Oregon Star on the outside of O'Joy by the 1400 metres, and Sly Sandra working up, eventually taking over the running now. Sly Sandra by a couple of lengths to Blue Paris. Flirty Bird is third. Our Erin now fourth the rail, being followed by Princess Natalie, 2 lengths to Hooker and O'Joy and 2 lengths to Oregon Star as they top the rise at the back of the track near the 1200, and Sly Sandra unchallenged in front by 2.5 lengths. Blue Paris. Flirty Bird is third. Our Erin 2 lengths away fourth on the inside of Princess Natalie, 2 lengths to Hooker on the outside of O'Joy and a length and a half to Oregon Star. By the 1,000 metres onto the railway side, and Sly Sandra led by almost a length to Flirty Bird. Blue Paris is third and 2 lengths Princess Natalie. On the rail, Our Erin trailed by Hooker, 2 lengths away as O'Joy and Oregon Star. 8 or 9 lengths covered them up the side. Sly Sandra the leader. Heading to the 600, a little over a length now, Flirty Bird. Blue Paris has had a nice run third. Our Erin fourth. Princess Natalie hard-ridden fifth. Then O'Joy, Hooker and 2 to Oregon Star as they neared the corner. Sly Sandra travelled well. Flirty Bird ridden along second. Blue Paris trying to get out from the pocket behind the leader. Then Our Erin, Hooker starting to make some ground, and O'Joy as they corner. Sly Sandra led into the straight. Blue Paris plenty of room for the inside. Switches in there now. Our Erin coming home, and then Flirty Bird, and behind them is Hooker. Sly Sandra drifting out in front of Blue Paris. Our Erin the outside and Flirty Bird. They're across the track. Our Erin getting to the lead on the outside from Blue Paris. O'Joy rattling home. Our Erin the leader though, and Our Erin takes it out a little more than a length. Great photo, the miners. Maybe O'Joy from Blue Paris, little between them. Flirty Bird close up with Sly Sandra and Hooker. Then there's a break to Oregon Star and a bad last, Princess Natalie. Our Erin takes out the race, number 5. Number 5, Our Erin, Dan Nikolic first. Number 5, the winner. And it's a photo finish, no doubt, for the minor end of the prize in 1:48.84. Well, she was due to improve and get back to something like the form that saw her place in good races back in the spring. She had no luck at all on the mannerism last time out. She got flattened about the 1,200 metres, dropped to last in what was a front-runner's race. But she's had a charmed run under Dan Nikolic, just put her to sleep on the inside, and she produced plenty in the straight. Now, for the minors, I thought O'Joy in the middle of that pack out wide would get second ahead of Blue Paris. Just see what the judge has done with them here. Yeah, number 10's got second, O'Joy, ridden by Marie Payne. Number 2, third, Blue Paris, Stephen King, 5, 10 and 2. 5, 10 and 2. Fourth in Flirty Bird, and fifth in was Hooker. I think I might officially sack Hooker. Just doesn't seem to be able to quicken when they need to be going forward.
There's the complete totes now on 5, 10 and 2, 6, 10, 190 for the winner. $2.70 O'Joy, $1.70 for Blue Paris. Raced in Melbourne, where she didn't always look comfortable on left-handed tracks. Before they go on the far lap at Cheltenham Park, Marwoob beat Cathedral End and Cross Me Not. The Super Tab Quinella was $6.40 and the Trifecta $91.50. So for the all-important far lap stakes, it's over to Terry Bailey.
And Testarossa all the rage, heavily backed. Gee, oversweated up badly in the yard again. He did this the other day at Warwick Farm, and he just doesn't look right on key for the run today. He has been fairly firm in the betting, however, now into $7. And there's tips around for Dan Glisser, Ad Alta and Manor Hill at longer odds. And Lord Essex has had his backers as well, but Testarossa has been very well tried to win the far lap. Now Manor Hill moves in, Chief Scout to come up. He is drawn very wide out here, Testarossa, beautifully placed at the level weights. And they're all in. Chief Scout has moved up. Starter Billy Dale at the platform, and we're ready for action. 1,500 metres. What will Oliver do at the start on Testarossa? They're set to jump. Racing in the far lap, Testarossa about third to go. Chief Scout and Dan Glisser away quickly, hunting for the early lead. Showing speed dangerous, not too far away. Lord Essex, Sports Freak coming across. Matter of Honour pinging through in the centre. It's a great race early where Dan Glisser leads the way. Manor Hill got up to be second. Matter of Honour third. Sports Freak wide. They were followed by Testarossa a little bit deep as Oliver goes back. Dangerous passes him on the fence. Lord Essex centre field, then Chief Scout now. Voyager over well back, Miss Zoe. They were followed by, on the inside, PlayStation. Well out of its ground is Heptagon. And near the tail, Passmore and Adalta just in front of it. Coming down the side. And Danglisser made the play at the 800 metres mark. Sports Freak a clear second. Dangerous on the back of the speed. 3/4 Matter of Honour. Manor Hill losing ground. Testarossa the centre. Lord Essex on the fence. 2 lengths away is overcoming wide. Around him, Miss Zoe. Now Voyage of the fence from Chief Scout. Heptagon. Adalta coming around the field quickly. And they were followed by PlayStation and Passmore as they turn for home. Testarossa strung up in traffic and being niggled at. He's in trouble there, Oliver, as they come around the bend. Danglisser straightens up in front. The filly by more than a length on Sports Freak. Miss Zoe's coming with a good run. Getting off the rail, Dangerous. Adalta and Passmore further back in the field. Over looking for a run. Testarossa's under pressure. Danglisser in front. Dangerous looming up. Lord Essex the inside. Tester's getting out with Over and Adalta, but Lord Essex took the shortcut. Over's flying with Adalta. Lord Essex in front of Dangerous, and Lord Essex won the far lap. Second, Dangerous, or Over, and Adalta wide out. A great go, the Miners. They were followed by Now Voyager, Danglisser, PlayStation, Miss Zoe, Testarossa, never going to win. They were followed by Chief Scout, Sports Freak, Manor Hill, Passmore, Matter of Honour, and last of all, Heptagon. Lord Essex, number 5, ridden by Lynn Beasley to give Lynn a winning double, has burst up on the fence. Just as Dangerous had raced to the front. Over, Adalta were coming after him. Lord Essex chimed in on the rail, and he's come home too well. And my, oh my, what a wonderful horse he is, Lord Essex. He is such a consistent performer. And this is his biggest victory to date on the tote at $15.50. It was Danglisser in front, the filly, running a heck of a race. Dangerous came off her back. Testarossa was strung up in traffic, but he was flat to the boards behind them. Miss Zoe came into the race with the red cap, and then Over, who had trouble securing a run, and Adalta wide out. And just as they started their runs, Lord Essex has got the inside run, pushed through by Lynn Beasley, and he's been a mile too good for them. Dangerous has run second, just in front of his stablemate Over. Just looking at Over in the yard, he still has a lot of improvement in him. Certainly don't write him off on that run. Testarossa, things didn't pan out for him. He had a very tough run from his gate. He was away very quickly, hunted forward. There was a lot of speed in the early stages. As we head trackside.
OK, Lord Essex won the far lap. A brilliant ride by Len Beasley, beating Dangerous and Over. And there are the place totes. $3.30 for Dangerous, $1.90 for Over. 5, 3 and 2. As we expected at Devonport, number 4, Silent Sentry, has been declared a non-runner. So you get your money back on number 4, Silent Sentry. And absolutely more than my fancy if Humaline can win. The Gold Coast race 4 in 5 minutes. How High, Sir? $2. The Stirrer, $8.40. Number 3, Petite Hannah, $4.50. Balcrest, $5.90. Number 6, King's Carol, $7.40. And correct weight at Eagle Farm, Steve Hawkins at the Gold Coast likes How High, Sir to beat Petite Hannah and Balcrest. And at Newcastle, in the race just decided, Desert Spring beat Durham and Ring Cycle. The New South Wales Quinilla, $36.30, and the trifecta was $3,917. A slightly reluctant one at Caulfield, about to be manhandled into line. In the meantime, it's, the runner is Scepter. As we go back to the track for his call to Greg Miles.
Her CUNY run was a beauty, although she might have had the fast lane there, Humaline. But feeling is on track. She's going to need this outing today. Captivator about to come along, and then the tall, leggy, Happy Festival will complete the lineup. So just the 2 to move into the stalls. El Cabello, well tried, clear favourite in the race. It's only been to the races 4 times. It's now $4, $4.90 Humaline, $5.40 Portal Rocker, $6.70 Tickle My. Previous race numbers were 5, 10, 2. Victory for our Aaron Dan Nikolic. 1 to move in as Captivator. The second one by the Mookster, and the first taken out by Queen. Captivator ran a good race in a maiden at Bendigo last time out. Got held up and weaved through them, but it's rather a rise in grade for him today. Travis Creek takes the 2 kilos claim off him though, and that'll be of some assistance. Barrier attendants now linking behind Captivator, and they've just about won him over out there. moving up next to Tickle My and Scepter. He's ready, so the field is locked away and ready for action. 1600, they're all in. Humaline drawn one. Light flashing, they're away. Humaline got away well. Next to Tears We Cry. Parhelia jumped okay, and so too did Yacht, Zinadan and El Caballo, who's looking for the front. After going 200 metres, and El Caballo has worked across the field to lead Parhelia. Up there is Yacht and Zinadan travelling out wide. 2 lengths to Danakaba around the outside of Porto Rocker, and Humaline now midfield the rail, trailed by Tickle My, and then our Dane Rack a length to Tears We Cry, Happy Festival, Scepter, and dropping out last Captivator as they head along to the 1,000, where El Caballo is the front runner. About a length clear on Zinadan. Parhelia parked in third the inside, and Yacht gets the trail, 1 out 1 back fourth. 2 lengths to Danakaba, followed by Porto Rocker and Humaline, and then came Tickle My, about a length and a half away in the field. Happy Festival around the outside is 3 deep on the outside of Tears We Cry on the rail, and now Dane Rack the centre, and then Scepter and Captivator as they came up the side. El Caballo almost a length to Zinadan. Parhelia third and Yacht is fourth. 2 lengths away Danakaba with Happy Festival going forward, and then Tickle My, Porto Rocker, Humaline, Scepter, our Dane Rack, Tears We Cry and Captivator. El Caballo at the 400, he put a little break on them around the home turn. He's got 2 lengths up his sleeve on Parhelia, and then Porto Rocker running on fairly well, followed wider out by Happy Festival and Danakaba. Down towards the 200, Porto Rocker chasing El Caballo. El Caballo the leader from Porto Rocker coming home well, and then Parhelia. Next is Humaline coming home well, but Porto Rocker got to El Caballo, took the running, drew a length and a half, drew 2 in front and will come away, and Porto Rocker goes on to beat El Caballo by 2 lengths. Parhelia third, Humaline fourth, then Danakaba. Captivator ran on fairly well on the outside, and then Happy Festival, Scepter, Yacht, trailed by Tickle My, never came into it. Zinadan dropped out with our Dane Rack and Tears We Cry last of all.
Nice ride by Nash Rawilla to get home on number 3, Porto Rocker. Well back to at $5.50 and $1.90. Number 4, El Caballo, $1.70. Number 5, Parhelia, $2.90. Humaline got a long way back. Didn't show a great deal of dash, though, on the straight. Has finished 4th. But Porto Rocker, too good, race 4 at Caulfield today. Now, our next race comes from the Gold Coast. It's race 4. And the top 6 in the Gold Coast market.
And they're all set now for the Ranvet. The lights are on. Starter at his platform, 2,000 metres the trip. $1.90 now, Tie the Knot. He's drawn the inside gate. Racing. Tie the Knot quickly out near the inside. In fact, he's landed a clear length in front and is leading early on from Oliver Twist. Going up is Freemason the outside. Showeller's coming across in the lime green colours. Arena settling 5th. They were followed back in the field by Making Ground, Vitronite, Rebel and Streakers at the tail of the field. Well, Tie the Knot was leading them up. He's now taken on by Showeller, and Showeller in a dawdling run affair at the first bend at the 1,600 metres mark just leads Tie the Knot. Freemason third the outside, 1 away Oliver Twist being kept company by Arena. 2 lengths Vitronite outside Rebel, and 2 lengths away at the tail of the field is Streak. Heading down the back, and Showeller roll clear, 1,400 metres to go. Freemason quickly got up to a wheel to be second the outside. Tie the Knot incredibly racing third after leading on the back of the speed. Arena a length away. They were followed by Oliver Twist, 2 lengths Vitronite. Well back in the field is Rebel and Streak still the